Call from mom. Answer it. Call silenced.
Instacart knows nothing gets between you and the game. That's why they make ordering from your couch easy. Stock up today and get all your groceries for the week delivered in as fast as 30 minutes without missing a minute of the game.
You have 47 new voicemails.
Download the app to get free delivery on your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 per order. Additional terms apply.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, goal,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
We really need new phones.
T-Mobile will cover the cost of 4 amazing new iPhone 15s, and each line is only $25 a month.
New iPhone 15s?
It's better over here. Only at T-Mobile, get 4 iPhone 15s on us and 4 lines for $25 per line per month with eligible trade-in when you switch.
Minimum of 4 lines for $25 per line per month with autopay discount using debit or bank account. $5 more per line without autopay, plus taxes and fees. Phone fee at 24 monthly bill credits for well-qualified customers. Contact us before canceling account to continue bill credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement due. $35 per line connection charge applies. See T-Mobile.com.
Can't find nothing on the radio. Yo, turn to that station.
Radio you can touch.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show, starring Bob Lutz.
We'll talk a lot today as soon as Jeff is capable.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Jeff Lutz.
You're not making any sense.
Oh, that's true.
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Are you ready? Let's go!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday edition, the Bob and Jeff Show on KFH Radio. It's Bob Lutz, Jeff Lutz for the next 2 hours. Max Power producing and engineering the show. He also has to do this for 2 hours. I don't know how Max does it every day.
Well, it's his job, so...
Well, it's just remarkable to me.
We all do our jobs every day. Isn't that crazy?
Why do you have to be a smart aleck out of the chute?
Of course you know. What is Max going to do, not get paid?
Well, I just, I appreciate Max. Can I just say it in my own way?
I doubt this is that difficult for him.
Well, I mean, he has to listen to this stuff. And
I don't think he does that much. I think he's got his headphones on. He's listening to 1978 Boston Bruins hockey or Celtics basketball, and he tunes us out.
Why are you knocking Max?
I love Max.
Doesn't sound like it.
No, I love Max.
If I just listen to you and your comments on this show, I would surmise that you have some issue.
Your idea is love is just no negativity, no criticism, no tough love except for me. It's just sunshine and roses.
Thank you for saying that.
And that's not my idea of love.
Do I not criticize Max on occasion?
Not really.
What about Duda?
Never.
Really?
Unless he takes my side in an argument.
Oh, I think
that's the only criticism he ever
receives.
I'm
quite harsh at times when needed to be.
By the way, David Michael Hahn will join me on the show tomorrow.
Is that some kind of an enticement?
Yeah.
Do people hear that and go, oh, boy, I can't wait for tomorrow?
They probably actually...
No offense to David Michael Hahn, but
they probably turn the show off now just to wait until tomorrow.
He's got the name recognition of a walrus in this community.
He's a high-powered attorney here in town.
Does anybody know him?
A lot of people know him.
If you got in trouble, would you hire him?
No, because he's not a criminal attorney.
What kind of an attorney is he?
He's a tax attorney.
Well, if you had a tax issue, would you hire him?
100%. I know he'd take good care of me.
So he's going to join you on the show tomorrow when I'm out.
Yeah, that's right.
No show Thursday or Friday. What will you guys talk about tomorrow on the eve of the NFL draft?
I don't know. I don't know if he's a Chiefs guy, I guess. We might talk NFL draft. You know, I don't want to talk a whole lot about sports. Is that an enticement?
No, that's not an enticement.
We're two guys who like to sit down and talk about life.
Give me the last conversation you had with David Michael Hahn.
I don't know. Whenever we had lunch the last time, a few weeks ago.
What was the life?
Oh, we just got in some in-depth stuff
about
life, family, careers, existence. Just all sorts of stuff. He's a deep guy, and we're going to hear that a lot tomorrow.
Oh my goodness! Well, I hope the best for you.
Thank you.
And I have a feeling that in his heart of hearts, David Michael Hahn would much rather be doing the show with me.
I don't think so.
See, you don't know for sure. And,
No.
and that's your friend.
Well, I heard you guys do the show before, and it was boring.
No, it wasn't. Why are you throwing him under the bus?
So, David, Chiefs fan for a while, huh, bud?
Why are you throwing him under the bus?
You know, whenever it's not me,
You know what? Get him to call. It's not boring when it's just me and someone else.
It is. So
it's great when it's me and Duda.
It's just so. Did you watch the tennis last night?
Great when it's me and the big fella. Why didn't you get the big fella?
So, Anthony, did you tuning into the draft tomorrow?
Why didn't you get the big fella for tomorrow?
I don't know. Never done the show with the big fella.
Well, just start doing it. That's why he's here. We want to hear from the big fella.
We always do, yes.
How do the Lakers, your team,
my team,
they used to be, they kind of still are.
I still like them a little.
They got this big opportunity to go into Denver. They played fairly well in game one, although they didn't have the stamina. And then last night, they're up 59-44 at halftime. They get they build their lead to as many as 20.
Right.
And they lose.
Correct.
Explain it.
They choked. I don't know if there is an explanation.
They got LeBron James. Are you kidding?
A 39-year-old LeBron James who played well. They have Anthony Davis.
26 points, 12 assists, 8 rebounds.
Can we just talk about that for a minute?
D'Angelo Russell was red hot. Austin Reeves didn't do a whole lot. But their vaunted depth didn't show up.
They don't have depth.
Their vaunted depth. They built depth. We were so impressed with the depth.
We were?
The Lakers built. With Dinwiddie and Vincent and Prince and Hachimura.
None of those guys are anything.
And Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt's okay.
And Reddish and Wood.
No.
And all these guys. Christie. And they didn't get it done. And now they're doomed.
It's not their job to get it done.
And now they're doomed. And I want you to defend that.
Why do I need to defend it?
Because you're kind of a Lakers guy.
No, I'm a Pacers fan. I was a Lakers guy. I feel bad for the Lakers. I mean, I'd prefer the Lakers to win this series. I think LeBron is just, there's no words to describe. I get that people want to knock him for not winning as many championships and losing in the finals, but he's 39. And he's still right there among the best players.
Why didn't the Lakers put a team around him that can win championships outside of the one in the bubble? Why has the management, ownership, coaching? Darwin Ham can't coach. Why haven't they?
How do you know he can't coach?
Because I watch.
What do you watch?
I watch a lot.
What does he do wrong?
Why can't they put the right pieces around LeBron James so that they're the favorites to win championships?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. I'm not Rob Pelinka. What do you want from me? I'm not Jeannie Buss.
I want answers.
Well, I don't have answers.
You've got to have 3 stars to win in this league.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do. Name a team that doesn't.
Denver.
Oh, right. Jokic, Porter, and Murray aren't stars.
Is Porter a star?
Of course he is.
Milwaukee doesn't have 3 stars.
Of course they do.
The Knicks don't.
Of course they do.
No, they don't.
I'll name the 3 stars for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis.
The Thunder don't have 3 stars.
Of course they do.
No, they don't.
Giannis, Lillard, and Middleton. Those are 3 stars.
Middleton?
Yes.
Middleton.
The Knicks, 3 stars are Brunson, Randall, and Willis Reed.
Yeah.
Who else did you mention?
I don't know. Dallas doesn't have 3.
Now, who else did you mention? They're not winning championships. I'm talking about the teams that can win championships.
Thunder don't have 3.
Of course they do.
No, they don't.
Well, that's just ridiculous. They've got Gilgeous-Alexander, Holmgren, and Jalen Williams. Those are stars.
Jalen Williams is okay.
He's a star.
Minnesota, you say they have 3 stars?
Yes. I'm saying that any team that is a viable contender has 3 stars. Edwards, Towns, Gobert.
Stars. Not all stars.
Gobert's a star. He's not a scoring star, but he's a rebounding defensive star.
Sure.
Who else? Give me another team.
I'm tired of this.
No, don't get tired. I'm ramped up. Every day I come to this show.
Tired of it.
With incredible
Philly
energy.
doesn't have 3 stars.
Who?
Philly.
Of course they do.
No, they have Embiid and Maxey. That's 2.
Well, I'll give you a 3rd star.
No, you won't. And you won't say Tobias Harris.
And you can debate it.
The answer is no. There's no debate.
I don't think they're a viable contender to win it. So, yeah, they may not have 3 stars. Although Tobias Harris is pretty good.
Who's the Celtics' 3rd star?
Holiday. Kelly Oubre.
Celtics have 4, at least.
Well, the Celtics, that's why they're the favorites. Because they have Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, and White. And Drew Holiday. You could make a case that all 5 of their starters are stars. And I could make
Drew Holiday. It's Drew Holiday.
I could make a case for you that White's a better player than Holiday.
Whatever. I don't think I care.
Why don't you care?
I don't think I care if Derek White's a better player than Drew Holiday.
15.2 points per game. Holiday 12.5.
Holiday's one of the best defensive players in the game
White.
of basketball. He's good.
White, rebounding 4.2, Holiday 5.4. Assists, White 5.2, Holiday 4.8. The Celtics have a starting lineup of stars.
No kidding.
That's why they're the favorites. They're going to win the East. They're probably going to win the NBA title. Although, is it going to be a rematch?
What was it last year?
Call it right. Well, it was Boston and Denver.
Yes. Was it Boston?
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, it'll be a rematch.
Was it Boston? Now you got me second guessing. I don't like it when you do that. I walk into this show every day with a clear mind.
Seems like it's Miami every other year, and it was Miami last year.
Yeah, it was Miami. They did knock off Boston. It's not going to be a rematch.
No.
Is this Boston's year?
Seems like it, but you still have to get past either Minnesota or Denver, and that's easier said than done.
Are they through the East? Is the East not going to put up any fight?
Correct.
So no Milwaukee.
No.
No Cleveland.
Absolutely not.
No Indiana. Say it.
Indiana's going to get to the conference finals, but they'll lose to Boston.
You think Indiana...
We're going to beat Milwaukee tonight. We're going to win the series. We're going to beat the Knicks, and then we're going to get we'll lose to the Celtics in 5.
What would you watch? The NBA Finals with the Indiana Pacers or the Guardians?
What's the Guardians' record?
Let's say they're...
about a month away. Month and a half.
33 and 28.
Probably going to watch... Probably watch both.
No, that's not an answer.
Then I'll watch the Guards.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I wish Duda was here.
Why? Because I have a favorite
we
team?
We would make so much fun of you
for you okay?
For even going to the Pacers.
Why?
Because it's not real. If you wouldn't watch them in the NBA Finals, you don't care about the Pacers. You don't care a thing about them.
Yes, I do, but I care about the Guardians more. Why is this so difficult to understand?
A mid-June Guardians game, you're going to watch over a team in the finals.
Yeah, but the Pacers aren't going to get to the finals.
You just said they were.
The conference finals.
Okay, would you watch them in the conference?
I'd see how it's going.
Let's say the Guardians are 29 and 29.
No, they're not. They go 13 and 23.
Let's say they are.
I'll probably be sickened by the Guardians.
Right.
But I'll still follow. I'll still pay attention. I might watch the Pacers. It's going to be tough. I don't want to watch them play Boston. They'll get hammered.
Now, as everybody knows, we do this show from my basement. And today, Misty's with us. And what do you think, Misty, our dog, What do you think she thinks is this radio show?
Why don't these people ever shut up?
I think that might be what she thinks. But as long as I rub her head, she's fine.
But she seems to enjoy when I come over.
Well, she enjoys everybody. No offense, she loves you, no question. But it wouldn't matter who came over.
It kind of matters. She does greet people well, but when you're talking about true love, then she reserves that.
She's much more familiar with you and Duda because you guys come over a lot.
Who's the fifth most person she's familiar with? Probably Aaron or Shannon, or is there somebody else that comes over?
Debbie's family, a couple of Debbie's friends. Debbie's sister is here quite often. Brian, the Griffiths.
Yeah, they're over a little bit.
She's quite friendly to everyone.
Probably not going to be able to watch Backlash.
I have no idea when Backlash is.
Saturday.
WWE Backlash.
Yeah.
This Saturday?
Yeah, I believe so.
Why'd you bring that up?
Because we're not going to. Because the Griffiths usually come over for WWE.
Not for Backlash.
They might, but it's at 1 o'clock or noon or something.
Well, I've got Showcase Saturday.
That's a big one.
At League 42. And I got weather situations. I'm supposed to get my sunroof replaced on Thursday. I've got all kinds of things going on all week long. And
I'm not sure your Showcase Saturday is going to happen.
I don't know if it is. Listen, I don't like bad weather in baseball season. I like an overnight rain burst, a little storm, a little thunder, about quarter of an inch of rain at night. Nothing that's going to threaten postponing games, and that's what I like. I don't like the rain and the thunder and the everything that postpones games.
I don't either.
We got 12 games to play Saturday, maybe 14.
It's a lot of games.
I don't have time for rain.
No, we don't need it, but
well, we do need it.
Sounds like it's coming.
We do need it.
We don't need it in a baseball sense.
No.
But yeah, we always could use the rain.
Who do your Guardians have this right now?
Boston.
And he won 7 in a row, 6 in a row?
They've won
6 in a row, I believe.
Not 6 in a row.
I think so.
No, they won the last game against the Yankees. They won 7 out of the last 8.
No, I think they've won 6 in a row. I think I heard that on the radio.
Well, you're wrong.
They
took 3 out of 4 from Boston, and they swept Oakland. So that's 7 out of 8.
There is no sport in which that's more reactionary than baseball. So the Cardinals last night pull one out. They're down 3-0. They get a game-tying home run from Paul Goldschmidt, which I couldn't believe it.
Breath of fresh air.
And then they get a game-winning 2-run home run from Nolan Gorman. I couldn't believe it. He would have been 0 for 17. And now you think to yourself, because these are the mean tricks that the game of baseball plays on you. So I'm left to think now, going into tonight's game against the Diamondbacks, well, maybe Goldschmidt and Gorman are back. Maybe they unlocked something.
Maybe
they figured something out in their swing in the same game on the same night. Maybe their struggles are behind them for a while.
Could be. You just never know.
But then tonight, what if they both go 0 for 4?
Then you won't be feeling that way tomorrow.
That's the part of baseball that drives me insane. You wonder why I'm the way I am?
Well, it shouldn't necessarily drive you insane.
Why?
Because you shouldn't. I mean, one game, I get it. I know. I feel I do it too. But just like you shouldn't be over the moon about one game yesterday, you shouldn't drop your spirits based on another one-game sample.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. I think for 60-plus years, that's how I've operated. It's a day-to-day thing.
I understand.
Up, down, up, down.
I'm not feeling good about my team if they're under 500 or more than 5 games out of first. Like if tonight's game doesn't have some kind of stakes, it's hard for me to really get excited.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm always excited.
Like, because if we win, nothing happens. If we lose, nothing really happens. I want something to be sort of on the line. And when you're 16-6, thankfully, not going to look a gift horse in the mouth there. But, yeah, there's stakes, and you feel good.
What's on tap? Brought to you by IHOP. You can go to IHOP and try their cinnamon apple pecan pancakes. We're going to have a guest at 2:45. I can't really tell you much about it, but
you can.
We'll talk about
everything's been revealed.
Well, the United States Figure Skating Championships are coming to Wichita. What's the date for that?
January 20th through 26, 2025.
Next year, early next year, at Intrust Bank Arena. That announcement just made, and we'll be talking to renowned figure skater Jason Brown, who's competed in 2 Olympics. He's going to tell us about this event, tell us about his career. Jason Brown will join us at 2:45. And then in hour number 2, Jeff will have a game. Duda not here today to play it. I've been dominating games for several weeks here on the show. So we'll see if that happens.
Yeah.
Right?
Who won the draft?
I'm looking for it.
Oh, okay.
It's very close. Right now, your list leads.
Really?
It's funny, when we do sports categories, it doesn't generate a ton of votes.
I don't know.
Why is that?
I don't know. How many votes?
My number of followers on Twitter just keeps going up.
I don't know how anyone could scroll by a poll and not vote. Like, even if you know nothing about it, it's just all you got to do is click.
It's a poll.
Click it.
Enjoy it. Have fun with it. I vote in every poll.
Me too. Like, why would you not?
If you see a poll on Twitter,
percentage bar go, and it's just so fun.
Give us a vote. We got another hour at Bob Lutz. We picked our 8 number 1 NFL draft picks and competing against each other. And the vote is close, 53 to 47%. And get on Twitter and vote. I mean, you're scrolling through Twitter. Everybody scrolls through it.
I'm surprised Ron Yeri didn't. Maybe he's the reason for your votes. I don't know.
We all hate scrolling through it, but we scroll through it.
Right.
Looking for that one nugget in all the garbage. We dig through garbage. That's what that is. It's digging through garbage, looking for something of value. Have you ever done that?
No.
Have you ever went out and dug through garbage?
No, I have not.
I did.
When you were looking for something.
When I was looking for my keys at Angelo's.
And you found
them. When I lost them?
Yeah.
I dug through garbage and found my keys.
Gosh darn, you did.
Yeah, how about that?
Incredible.
It is one of the most incredible things that's happened.
So lucky.
I had a stroke of brilliance in the middle of the night. I wondered what I could have done. And I said, you know what I probably did? I had a sack of trash in my car. I probably tossed my keys in there for some inexplicable reason.
Because you're losing it.
And when I went into Angelo's, I tossed that sack into the trash. And at night, when I was sleeping, I said, I'll bet it's in their trash bin. I'll bet it's in there.
So it wasn't like the big trash thing out back?
No, it was a big one.
Okay.
It was a big one.
Did you dig in it, or did you have somebody?
My wife and I both did.
Like in the middle of the night?
I'm the one who found it. No, we went out that Sunday morning.
Okay. After a Saturday evening
After we
dinner?
ate there Saturday.
It's
Basically,
brilliant.
I had to break into our house to get in.
Well done.
Yeah, it was well done.
Did your wife not have a key to the house?
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
All right.
You don't need to worry about it.
I'm not worried.
Here's what you're taking really you're really enjoying the fact that in your mind I'm starting to slip.
Dude,
because you mentioned it on this show.
We were out without a house key just the other.
Right. And did I say, hey, you better go have an evaluation? No.
Maybe I should have.
Say that again, Max.
Ralph just called. He's on hold.
All right, Ralph. Ralph, hold on through the break.
Ralph is already there.
All right, Ralph.
I'll hold on.
Okay, hold on through the break. We need to pay some bills, as they say. We will take a break. We'll come back and talk to Ralph. If that's not enticement enough to hang on, I don't know what is. This is the Bob and Jeff Show on KFH.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
Yes, goal.
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
Worried about letting someone else pick out the perfect avocado for your perfect impress them on the third date guacamole? Well, good thing Instacart shoppers are as picky as you are. They find ripe avocados like it's their guac on the line. They are milk expiration date detectives. They bag eggs like the 12 precious pieces of cargo they are. So let Instacart shoppers overthink your groceries so that you can overthink what you'll wear on that third date. Download the Instacart app to get free delivery on your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 per order. Additional terms apply.
We really need new phones.
T-Mobile will cover the cost of 4 amazing new iPhone 15s, and each line is only $25 a month.
New iPhone 15s?
It's better over here. Only at T-Mobile, get 4 iPhone 15s on us and 4 lines for $25 per line per month with eligible trade-in when you switch.
Minimum of 4 lines for $25 per line per month with autopay discount using debit or bank account. $5 more per line without autopay, plus taxes and fees. Phone fee at 24 monthly bill credits for well-qualified customers. Contact us before canceling account to continue bill credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement due. $35 per line connection charge applies. See T-Mobile.com.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
People have discovered vinyl again. They always sell very, very well. We grew up in that era, so the vinyl part is just an immense memory, at least, of the ritual of what an album used to mean for us growing up in the 60s and 70s.
Terrible idea.
What an idea.
I want to hear the song. Max,
We've had America on?
Now, see, I'm giving Max a hard time, although I appreciate the fact he did that.
Was that from our show?
Of course it was. We had Jerry Beckley on this show on September 24th, 2019, from the band America.
Isn't that brilliant? That is so brilliant. Like, he's got the snippet of the interview, which sounded way too sophisticated for our show.
Well, you weren't on that day.
I wasn't?
No, you didn't have any questions.
I love America. Who doesn't love America?
Let's get to Ralph.
The band.
Ralph, welcome.
Hey, good afternoon. How are you guys doing?
Well, we're doing okay today, Ralph.
Well, that's good. Hey, I got your thing about the keys has hit a sore spot with me, because as I get into older age, that becomes the bane of my life. And we've actually established a spot in our house when I come in the door that before I do anything else, I have to put my keys on the bread box. So I don't spend an hour the next day looking for them in some unbelievable place where I've decided that they might be good for a minute. But that would be a good call-in segment, if you haven't ever done it, about unusual places where people have lost their keys or found them, or when they woke up in the middle of the night, because that's happened several times to me, saying, I know exactly where they're at. I got out of bed and went and found them in another car. But my best one, if I can share one quick story. One time about 10 years ago, my wife and I went to the Royals game, and it was Alex Gordon bobblehead day. And we rushed to the ballpark, got our spot. I got out of the car. I started walking. I was assuming she was walking with me toward the stadium, and I'm doing my on-the-way pat down. Okay, I got my wallet, got my phone, and I'm looking. I don't have my keys. And I turned back, and I look for her, and she's standing by the car. And I hadn't moved, and I go back and I go, what's going on? She goes, you think you're going to leave the car running the entire game? And so I had left my key right there in the ignition, which I guess would have been convenient when we got back. I could have found them at that point. So.
I can relate, as you can relate to my troubles, I can relate to yours. No question. Thank you, Ralph.
You just hope you remember to put the keys in the right spot so you can. I mean, if you're really going downhill, you'll forget to even put them where you're supposed to find them.
Don't be talking about people going downhill.
Just saying, if
Last
that happened.
night I gave my keys to one of. I'm sorry, Ralph. Go ahead.
So there's no issue about it. So hey, have a wonderful day.
Okay, thank you. So last night at the ballpark, I gave my keys to an umpire to get in the building between games, and 10 minutes later, I needed my keys for something. Wanted to turn the lights on. I went to get them in my pockets. They weren't there.
Right.
I went to my car. They weren't there.
You didn't remember.
I didn't remember giving them to him until somebody told me I did, and then I remembered.
Well, thank goodness. Would you have remembered?
Sure I would have.
It's tough.
There it is again.
Not sure.
Here's one of the fine co-hosts in this show's history, David Michael Hahn, joining us. I've had nothing but glowing things to say about him. What's up, David?
I heard my presence was requested.
Yeah, because I was talking so glowingly about you, and I understand you're going to be on the show tomorrow. And, of course, my first question to Jeff was, huh? And he answered that and told me why, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow's show.
Well, thank you. That's big coming from you. I think that I couldn't ask for a better honor having anyone in Wichita to talk about me like you. So I appreciate that immensely.
See? What a guy, isn't he? Just people
If
pleaser.
anybody else had said that about me, you'd have ripped them.
Just a people pleaser from start to finish, David Michael Hahn. Not rugged, not rough and tumble at all. Just a splendid personality.
I'm very splendid, and I recognize that it's the Bob and Jeff show, not the Jeff and Bob show. So I know who to talk to.
That's good that you do recognize that, because I feel like
what a turncoat.
Some people maybe lose sight of that. So, what are you hoping to talk about tomorrow? It's the day of it's leading up to the day of the NFL draft, which is a big deal. But it's been talked to death. The NBA playoffs are ongoing. What catches your fancy at this particular time?
Well, I asked Jeff yesterday, what are we going to talk about on Wednesday? He said, I don't know. I said, great, I'll prepare accordingly. So I don't know.
I said, it's Monday. I don't have that answer yet.
Well, I wish that you did. So, but we'll find out. We'll do it on the fly. I was hoping to talk a lot of hockey, Coyotes moving up to Salt Lake, not Wichita. So I was certainly hoping to kind of reconvene there. But I think that the draft is definitely being talked about a lot, but I will certainly add my spin on it best I can. I've also got a child right now who's very curious as to why I'm talking. She's asking, what am I doing? And I'm talking on the radio. I'm on the radio right now.
Where's the radio?
Well, the radio's around here somewhere. But so, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I think that we most likely will cover about 10% of sports, and the rest of it will be just about my friendship with Jeff.
Okay. All right, here is Jason Brown, two-time Olympian for the United States. Jason, hello. Welcome to the show with Bob and Jeff.
Hey, Bob and Jeff. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. We've got a major announcement today at Intrust Bank Arena about the U.S. Figure Skating Championships coming to Intrust Bank Arena in January. Tell us a little bit about that event and what a big deal it is for this community.
Well, it's a huge, huge event for us as skaters. It is the one time of year where the top U.S. skaters in pairs, dance, men's, and ladies all get together, compete alongside one another, and we're fighting for world spots and on Olympic year, Olympic spots. And so we are, it's really special. It's high energy. It's intense. There is nothing like watching live skating. So for the community in Wichita, like, come out, cheer us on. There's no rules in how you have to act in the stands. So just cheer loud. When you like something, clap, cheer. If not, you can show that too. But
we would absolutely never do that.
Well.
So you're 29, which isn't old at all, obviously, but you've been doing this a long time. You were in the Olympics a decade ago. You have gold medals, you have silver medals, you have every medal that has ever been produced. So is it difficult to make a career out of this, not by ability or money or anything like that? It just seems like you put your body through so much. How hard is it to maintain year after year?
It's hard. It's really hard. I invest a lot of time, money, and energy into myself, I guess, into my body to kind of allow me to continue doing it. So that is definitely a factor. But at the end of the day, it's all about love. Like, if you love it, you love what you're doing, you have a passion for it, you're driven to continue to be the best version of yourself that you can be, that's what keeps you going. That's what's allowed me to have the career that I have had and allows for that longevity. There has just been that constant drive and determination to continue to push myself because I absolutely love it, and I know that I can be a better version of the previous me.
Jason Brown, our guest, longtime figure skater. You were, and I want you to tell us about some of the potential skaters who could be in Wichita in January. But first, I want to delve a little bit more into your background. You were born in Los Angeles. How many figure skaters come out of Southern California?
I have to say, Southern California is a big skating community. While I was born in California, I grew up outside of Chicago. And so that's where I really got my start in skating. And there's so many rinks in the Chicago area, big hockey place. And so I just grew up skating at the local rink that was 4 minutes away. I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the performance aspect. I loved that you can blend that artistry and athleticism and express yourself. And it was something that I just gravitated towards. And I loved setting goals and continued moving forward step by step. And before I knew it, I was making Olympic teams.
Pretty solid. Yeah, you did that at before you even turned 20. So you mentioned some of the things you like, the performance aspect. I was kind of going there. What really reaches you and touches you about this sport?
I think my absolute favorite part is that you're able to kind of lay your entire self and your heart on the line. You're able to perform. We have this aspect of getting to skate to music, and I think that is such an incredible aspect that is unlike any other sports, where we get to blend that athleticism. We are doing things that are so difficult. We're jumping in the air, spinning. Depending on the event, you're getting thrown, landing on the thinnest blade. And it's just an absolute beautiful sport and such a dynamic sport to watch. And I just loved pushing myself. I loved that I could push myself both athletically and artistically. And that was something that was so cool for me, and what kept me kind of driven is I personally love the storytelling aspect of it. I love being able to pick different pieces of music and kind of become different characters and basically put on a show for the audience.
Two-time Olympian Jason Brown is our guest, figure skater. So you mentioned the music aspect of it, and I'm curious how you and other skaters go about picking the music. Is that a big process? Do you do that unilaterally? Do you do that with your coach? How does that happen? And how many songs do you estimate, Jason, that you've skated to over the years?
Oh my gosh. So to answer your last question, I've been competing now for 24 years, and we do a minimum of 2 programs a year. So that's a lot of programs. And then on top of that, I have done a lot of shows where you skate different pieces of music. And a lot of the shows that I've done is, you do 2 different programs. So there's a lot of programs over the years, a lot of pieces of music. But actually finding the music it varies skater to skater as well as even year to year for me. Sometimes I'll hear music on the radio and be like, oh my God, I want to skate to this. Can I do it? Sometimes my choreographer or my coach will bring me a piece of music. Sometimes we'll look at genres and be like, okay, this year I really want to, do something classical, or this year I want to do something kind of that's along with the funk type of genre, and we'll go down that road. And then other times, my sister will get out of a spin class and be like, oh my gosh, Jason, you gotta skate to this. I love this. And then it ends up being in my program for the following year. So it really is the inspiration or and picking it comes from so many different places. But I've noticed in my life, it's best when it comes organically. So those times where you hear something on the radio or you come across something, whether it's in a movie or just even you're listening to music that you love and it pops on, and those are definite times where magic happens.
So there was 2 years between the Olympics this time. Am I right about that?
Yeah, so far there's been 2 years. So the Olympics are there's 2022 was the last Olympics, and then the next Winter Olympics are in 2026.
Okay, I don't know why I was thinking. I guess it's Summer Olympics this year. I was going to ask you about
Summer Olympics
preparing for
summer.
Yeah. I was totally mixed up by that. So I was just going to ask you about preparing for that. Obviously, now you have a couple more years. What goes into preparing for an Olympics, and how do you kind of spend those 4 years? Is it kind of an up and down? You'll train really hard and then maybe take a week or so off, or how does that work?
No, I mean, we're training, I always laugh in some aspects because when people say, when do you start training for the Olympics? I guess in some ways I started training when I was 5. It's something that you're just constantly, whether it's working towards or striving for, it's that slow progression that you're constantly just working to better yourself. And then before you know it, you kind of, go through the rankings and you keep improving. And then, getting to be at this level at the U.S. Championships at kind of these qualifying events that will then lead to a potential World Olympic Games. But I think what's really, really exciting about this event in Wichita is that it's really our first marker of qualification for the 2026 Olympics. So how we do at the U.S. Championships in Wichita this January will then, after that event, we'll decide the world team. And at those World Championships, we will be fighting for our country's team spots for the Olympics. So how many spots will qualify, how many men, how many women, how many dance, how many pairs spots we will get will be determined on the World Championships that we get assigned to based on how we do in Wichita.
Figure skater Jason Brown with us. So I mentioned earlier I wanted you to maybe be a little bit of a name dropper. Who are some of the skaters that we are likely to see here in January?
Absolutely. So our World Championships were in March, so just a month ago, and we had a incredible showing there. We have 2 world champions. So the men, Ilya Malinin, who won the men's title, and he's just out of this world incredible. He's the only man in the world to land a quad axel in competition. That is jumping up and spinning 4.5 times in the air, which is out of this world insane. So you do not want to miss that. We have the world champions in dance, Madison Chalk and Evan Bates. They will be here, as well as the world silver medalist in women's, who is Isabel Levito, who's just gorgeous, absolutely. You watch her and she just floats on ice. And honestly, it's an incredible event. I can go on forever. There's Amber Glenn, who's a powerhouse in women's skating. She's the current U.S. national champion. You have incredible pair teams where these girls are getting chucked through the air. They're beautiful, these death-defying lifts. The U.S. pair champions last year were Danny O'Shea and Ellie Kam. So honestly, come out. You're in for a treat. You will not be disappointed. I can promise you that.
So I talked about your longevity in this sport before. What have you learned about yourself and about yourself as a person and as a competitor over your 11, 12 years doing this? What have you had to maybe adjust to go as long as you have?
Oh my gosh, the real question is how much time do you have? It's truly I have learned enough lessons to last me my entire lifetime. This sport has taught me, but I think one of the biggest things, I struggled a lot growing up with self-worth and trying to figure out, in competition, there's so many times where people tell you what you can or cannot achieve. And I think I struggled a lot with that and believing in myself that I could do more than people said, or that I could achieve something that people said I wouldn't be able to achieve. And so I think it was just finding that constant self-belief in yourself, kind of finding your own self-worth in the process, and being able to constantly push myself to be the best version that I could be. And it's competition. Anything can happen. And I think when you allow others to determine or dictate what you can and can't do, that's, I think that was something that I overcame, is kind of setting my own goals that way, and really believing in myself along the way, and being proud of the work that I put in, regardless of that outcome.
All right, really good stuff. We're happy to have you on our show, and we look forward to next January. It's 9 months away, but it's exciting. The U.S. Championships in figure skating coming to Wichita in Trust Bank Arena. Jason Brown has been our guest. Jason, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bob and Jeff.
All right, thank you. Have a good day. All right, so there you go. That's
good stuff.
A U.S. event. We've got that. We've got the NCAA first and second round in men's basketball coming to Intrust next March.
Yeah, visit Wichita.
So a pretty good winter.
Doing good things.
Pretty good winter for us.
Yeah, March Madness kind of spring, but I get you.
No, it's in the winter. Happens in the winter.
Not really.
First and second rounds will be in the winter.
No.
Look at the dates.
They're usually right around the 19th and 21st.
Is that the winter?
No, I'm not calling that the winter.
The 19th of March isn't winter.
No. I mean, on the calendar it is, but no.
Well, that's what I said.
No one thinks, hey, it's March 20th. You ready to go sledding?
I go by that. That's my...
I don't go by the calendar.
Okay, so when does summer start?
Summer starts after Memorial Day.
So we got a really short spring.
No, spring starts in March 1.
What season are you sliding?
I'm not sliding any.
What about winter? Do we have any winter? When does that start?
Winter starts after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving to March.
When's fall?
Fall is September to Thanksgiving. Labor Day to Thanksgiving.
Well, you're shortchanging.
I'm not shortchanging anything. They all get their
What you're
run.
saying is you change up the dates of every season.
No, I think there's markers. We don't need dates. We have markers.
I use dates. The longest day of the year is June 21st, summer solstice.
Right.
The shortest day of the year is December 21st.
No one said
your birthday.
Right. Both of those.
That was by design that we had you on that day.
Both of those are summer and winter.
A very short day.
Both of those fell into my summer and winter.
You understand that?
I don't care.
We wanted you to be born on a day that was short.
Well, it's 24 hours.
We had that discussion. When can we do this so that Jeff's born on a really short day because I'm going to need some sleep?
Well, it's the shortest.
That makes sense to you.
And it's the best.
You like your birthday?
Of course.
It's all right.
It's a beautiful day. Everyone's in a good mood.
All right, we have 1 hour left. It is the Bob and Jeff Show on KFH. We'll have a game coming up in hour number 2. Stay with us.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, cool,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
Everybody knows it. Toyota trucks are the stuff of legends. Rugged, durable, everlasting. Toyota makes trucks that just don't quit. And now Toyota is driving that legacy toward the future with 2 of their most powerful trucks ever, the new Tundra and the all-new Tacoma. In a half-ton Tundra, you can rule the roads. From the comfort of a spacious cabin with connected tech and plenty of hauling power, the Tundra is ready to work hard and play even harder. Or check out the all-new 24 Tacoma, redesigned and electrified to maximize your adventure. With a bevy of available off-road driving and power transfer modes, you will effortlessly crush the conditions. And with the Tacoma's reimagined interior, you'll do it in style. And right now, your local Toyota dealer has more vehicles in stock and is making delivery on new vehicles almost every day. So don't wait. Buy a Tundra or Tacoma today. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
T-Mobile has invested billions to light up America's largest 5G network, from big cities to small towns, including right here in yours. And great coverage is just the beginning. Right now, families and small businesses can save up to 20% versus AT&T and Verizon when they switch. Visit your local T-Mobile store today.
Plan savings with 3 lines of T-Mobile Essentials versus comparable available plans. Plan features and taxes and fees may vary.